I have 3 young children with an aversion to sleeping. I am prone to anxiety and worry. 24 hours a day, I have a to-do list that races through my mind like the ticker at the New York Stock Exchange. For these reasons and more, I practice yoga. Yoga helps me to be a better mommy. You set an intention at the beginning of practice and focus on your breath. You let extraneous thoughts and worries leave your head. Yoga is about being aware and accepting, patient and flexible. I don't innately possess any of these traits. Yet after a good class, I leave calm, focused, sweaty, and just a tiny bit buzzed by my accomplishments. Good mommy days are the same. In yoga, you're taught to be aware and accepting of yourself, to not judge. You visualize your negative thoughts like bubbles in a pool rising up to the surface and popping. Pop, they disappear. This is also helpful when grocery shopping with my children. So last week, no one melted down. In under 45 minutes, I got everything on my list and everyone behaved. Yes, it happened. Breathe and let it go. Because in contrast, this week it took 2 hours, including 3 potty breaks and a nursing session in the fitting room. Everyone freaked out at least once, and I lost my list before we even started. This is my cue to breathe. Breathe. Last week was awesome. Today, not so great. It's okay. It's groceries. Let it go. Practicing yoga has taught me to not take myself too seriously. You can't take yourself too seriously when you're contorting yourself into ridiculous animal poses. There is something wonderfully absurd about 20 adults working so hard to balance on one leg or hoist their entire body weight onto their forearms. If you're too self-conscious, you're liable to lose your balance and fall over. When I'm with my children, I can't take myself too seriously either. After music class, instead of singing one of the sweet multicultural songs we just learned, my 4-year-old works his still chubby fist with dimples in his knuckles into a heavy metal hand gesture and sings Iron Man by Black Sabbath at the top of his lungs. How can I possibly take myself seriously? Yoga demands patience and a strength you don't know you have. With some poses, it takes all that you have to slow your breath. But once you've done this, your panic melts away and you end up deeper in the pose. Other times, the pose is just incredibly uncomfortable, so you have no choice but to just keep breathing until it's over. Life with children mimics this. Some challenges help you grow, others just suck. But regardless, you just keep breathing. Parenting is a lifelong practice. I remind myself that this little heathen that keeps poking his baby sister just to watch her tip over and cry, he is a real person, a good person. In fact, he's a sweet little boy that on any other day I would be delighted to be around, just not today. And that's okay. I will love him no matter what. So what does he need right now? Affection, a nap, a snack? I'll keep working on it, breathing until he acts sane. In yoga practice, you're encouraged to soften your focus or even close your eyes. You can't pay attention to what other people are doing. Focusing on someone else doing a balancing pose might actually cause you to fall. I need to remember this when I interact with other mommies. She has the whole family on an organic, gluten and sugar-free diet. Her kids take how many different amazing classes? Her house is huge and immaculate. Her clothes are cute and clean. How great for her. Breathe. Let it go. I remind myself to seek out a little bit of grace and to hold on to it throughout this day, this week, this life. I work to find balance, to close my eyes and turn the focus inward whenever I feel unsteady, to remember those 3 deliciously kissable faces and that of their fathers, despite his horrendous musical influence. I work to recognize the divine in those three little people, those gorgeously imperfect, wonderful works in progress, and the divine in everyone around me, those having good and bad days. The divine in me, a work in progress myself, a part of that continuum of practice and theory, love, breath, awareness, acceptance, flexibility, and patience. Namaste, mommies. Namaste.